Let's speak about it, shall we? Now, boys, if you are new to the channel, which you probably should be, being as this is my first ever actual YouTube video, hit subscribe, because why not? It doesn't hurt, does it? And if it does hurt, I wouldn't do it, but hey-oh, up the Blues. I would say the first 58 minutes, we played decent enough. Decent enough to hold them for a point. We had some good chances, Colby Bishop being one of the main men for that reason. He had some decent chances, and we just couldn't score. One hit the bar. The other was headed down towards the goal, open goal at the time. Two defenders got the ball away, basically. And yeah, it kind of is what it is. You get what you get, you don't get upset. I'm not upset, I'm living my best fucking life. The way I'm going to start this video off, boys, is I'm going to be speaking to you, boys, about the controversy surrounding this game, because there was a lot of controversy, and it is down to officiating. As always, it's down to officiating. Now, I get it, and this is how I'm going to start this segment off, and that is, we still weren't scoring from open play, regardless of the 2 penalty shouts that probably should have been given. Like, we weren't scoring from open play. And that is my worry, that is my concern. I think I'd be more annoyed if we were 1-0 up and these penalty shouts weren't going our way. Because I feel like every week there is something to jump on when it comes to the referee. And that is mainly because the referees in this division, at League 1, League 2, actually goes as far as to say the Premier League, are pony, aren't they? They're not very good. In my opinion, the 2 penalty shouts should have been awarded as penalties, but even then, we still lost 3-2. But then controversy hits even more, as Andreas Weimann was obviously offside. The referee needs to be held accountable for his errors again. Like, these errors are happening week in, week out in most leagues. And I know people say, just don't speak about it, you know, move on, we'll look to the next game. Like, if we do not address these errors constantly and continuously, they're going to continue to happen throughout the years. And it's awful. Every single weekend, every single day there is a game of football in England, there is at least, in my opinion, 5 errors from a referee that is easily seen by the naked eye. But again, you know, they're not educated enough, are they? The game last night was one of our games in hand, boys. So now we're just a game in hand on most teams in the league, which again is calm. Like, what I was saying to chat yesterday, and this is what I'll say to you boys on YouTube, is I believe to stay up, we need to hit around 38 to 39 points. I don't think it's going to be one of them seasons like the Birmingham season of last season, where to stay up, they had to hit 51 points. So where we are in the league at the moment is 23rd. And again, boys, do not listen to the placement in the table. It's a ridiculous concept at this moment to listen to, because it means nothing. Right? The league doesn't end on the position we're in now, okay? So we're on 23 points. To get 38 points, quick mathematics, we need 15 points. That's 5 wins. And I feel in our next few fixtures, some of them will come. If you do look at the bottom right hand of your screen, boys, you will see the fixture list for the next 5 games. We've got Middlesbrough at home, Stoke at home, West Brom away, which is going to be a very tricky one, Millwall at home, which is one of our games in hand, and Burnley at home. In my opinion, we can get 9 points from this. I think we should be hitting 9 points. I'm going to go as far as to say 3 against Middlesbrough, 3 against Stoke, and then another home fixture, 3 against Millwall. What we need to sustainably stay up this season, boys, is to have a very decent home record. Make Fratton Park a fortress. Now, if we look at Middlesbrough, who I know some of you boys now have gone 3 points against Middlesbrough, they're very good at the moment, 6th in the league, yada, yada, yada. Their last 5 games, they have dropped many points. They've had a draw against Cardiff on January the 4th, January the 1st. They took 3 points of Hull City away. 0-0 with Burnley, which is a decent result generally speaking. A 3-3 with Wednesday and a 3-3 with Plymouth. Now, they're conceding a lot of goals, boys. We score a lot of goals at home. We just need to not concede as many goals. That sounds dumb, but that's what I'm going with. Oak City, on the other hand, are a team who, in my opinion, are one of the worst teams in the league. Like, I know their placement doesn't say it, but they play poor football and they're definitely here for the taking. We could and definitely should be taking 3 points of Stoke City. Now, with the away form, boys, that we're on at the moment, West Brom away, it's going to be a tricky one. Our next away game is Baggies. So we don't speak about that. That doesn't exist anymore. Not in my brain, anyway. I don't know about you, boys. We do have Millwall at home, which is a slight rivalry. I'll say slight. A pretty big rivalry, but again, a team we should be taking 3 points off. And I get it. If you look at the positioning of where we are, you're probably thinking, no, we're not. But that's just not the way football works. That's not the way this league works, boys, in the slightest. We are 7 points away from 14th. We are 3 games away from having this whole league table turn around. And that is the beauty of the Championship. Now, for the Middlesbrough game, boys, if you look again in your top right hand corner this time, where my little cursor is going crazy, I would make a few changes. I really would. And one of them is going to be a bit of a controversial one. So I would stick with Schmidt in goal, and I would stick with Swanson. I would remove Pack from the team and play Towler, Atkinson and Ogilvie. The midfield would stay relatively the same. I might end up going with Hayden over Dazelle. But this is where it changes up. So I would still have Murphy on the left. I would play Langmore on the right. And I would pull Sadie into the middle. With Christian Sadie is, and this is what I love about him, it's why I didn't want him to go when there was rumours about him leaving. And that is his hold-up play and how quick he is with the ball in his feet. It's insane. Like, it seriously is. How big that guy is. For him to move the way he does is criminal, and I love that. So having him in the midfield to hold the ball up and allowing Murphy and Lang to kind of come like forward, but in a triangular shape, I think would really positively affect the team. Maybe a little bit more than Lang being in the middle role. Does that make sense? And obviously, I would stick with Bishop up top. If Sorensen was here, he'd be playing. My idol. The last thing I'm going to be speaking about, boys, is to stay up. What do we need to do? Number one, obviously accumulate points. That's obvious. Numero dosso, boys, is we need to be beating the teams around us. Like, we can drop points. In my opinion, if you want to go top 10, we can fucking lose every one of them games. It's calm. It is what it is. We need to be taking points of these teams here. So when you look at our fixture list again in your bottom right hand corner, we need to be beating Stoke. Stoke is a must-win game. Millwall, in my opinion, is a must-win game. And then we go as far as say Oxford away. We need to get points of Oxford. It could be a draw. It could be a win. We need to be getting points. We need to be taking points off these guys. We still have QPR at home, which is a decent fixture. A fixture I feel like we'll win. We still got Cardiff at home. We need to be beating Cardiff. And another one that we definitely need 3 points off is Plymouth. We cannot be giving any of these teams from say 17 downwards 3 points. Not at this stage in the season. Boys, that all being said, I want to make it very clear, in my opinion, we're still not going down. I can't see a world where Portsmouth do get relegated this season. So, personally, I'm not worried. I'm not worried in the slightest. I still feel our home form is good enough to keep us up. We're not losing at home as much, which is very good. And also, there's teams around us who are just, in my opinion, worse. And boys, that being said, if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, because why not? That's what I'm saying. Win or lose, up the fucking